Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about our Pharmaceutical Bioscience degree that we have at Ulster University. So this degree is based in our Coleraine campus. Coleraine is on the north coast of Northern Ireland and our campus includes modern teaching facilities, the Riverside Theatre and a state-of-the-art sports complex, which is actually right beside our pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences building. Coleraine is an ideal location if you're an outdoor lover. We have fantastic water sports, there's a lot of walking trails around the area and also a lot of must-see tourist attractions. The campus is also located close to the bustling seaside towns of Portrush and Portstewart, where a lot of our students will live, and these become really thriving towns with, over the summer months, whenever the weather sort of picks up. So I'm going to talk to you about our MSci in Pharmaceutical Biosciences, which is a fantastic degree if you are planning to go into the pharmaceutical industry. This is your real gateway course into that pharmaceutical industry. So what are we going to cover in today's presentation? I'm going to tell you why you should be studying pharmaceutical bioscience at Ulster, why choose it over other institutions. I'll then talk to you about how you're going to learn throughout your time with us, how you will be taught and what we will do to support your learning journey. Then I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight into what our students and past graduates thought of our course, and then we'll finish off looking at future careers within the relevant industry. So why should you study pharmaceutical bioscience at Ulster University? What sets our course apart from other universities out there? Well, first of all, we are ranked second in the UK for pharmacy and pharmaceutical science in 2022, and this is from our Guardian League tables, which is fantastic. To be ranked second in the UK is an absolutely amazing achievement, and we're so proud of that. Another thing that sets our course apart from other universities is the fact that we have a scholarship for all newly enrolled first year students. This scholarship, which is worth £10,000, is sponsored by Norbrook Laboratories, and what we ask is our first year students who would like to apply for the scholarship, just write a short CV, you're interviewed and you have that chance to achieve that scholarship, which is a fantastic achievement for those students who have been awarded it in the past, and it looks really great on a CV. So what are you going to learn when you're with us? So you're going to learn the skills you need to start your career. The whole point of doing a degree is to make you an employable person in the area in which you want to find employment. So we're going to teach you those skills that you'll need to get into your chosen career. So we're going to teach you professional skills, including core maths techniques that are used in things like research and statistics, and we're also going to improve your communication skills. You're also going to learn pharmaceutical analysis methods, and these are methods which are directly applicable to the pharmaceutical industry. And you'll also learn a range of bioscience techniques which are commonly used in the pharma sector. So our degrees are specifically designed to give you the skills and experiences that you need to start your career. Obviously, once you get into the pharmaceutical industry, there'll be a continuous progression of your learning, but we will give you all the skills and experience you need to go in as an entry level into the pharmaceutical industry. Our MSci in Pharmaceutical Bioscience is a full-time degree over 4 years, and we have a 24-week work-based learning module in our final year. So we just have a little bit of a highlight here of some of the key learning opportunities within the 4 years of the degree. So in first year, we're really focusing on developing those professional skills. So enhancing your communication skills so you can communicate with your peers and with seniors. Also your writing skills, because you will have to do a lot of writing of documents and of coursework. So we're really enhancing those professional skills. You'll then undertake pharmaceutical bioscience modules where you'll learn about anatomy, microbiology, physical chemistry and organic chemistry. So first year is really getting you a fantastic foundation of your professional skills and those lab-based and science-based skills. In second year, you'll then start to learn about subjects such as physical pharmacy and pharmaceutical analysis, biotechnology, and we also start to introduce some research methods so you can have an understanding of how research is conducted. In third year, you'll learn about immunology. You'll also learn about biomolecular techniques, and you also have a chance to undertake a research project. So for 12 weeks, you will have a research project in the lab that you will be able to work on independently. And also you'll be studying pharmaceutical technology in third year. In final year, we have a 24-week work-based learning module. I'll talk a little bit more about that in some of the coming slides. And you also have the chance to have an elective option. So you can choose modules for the first time in final year. And one of our options that you can choose is advanced pharmaceutical chemistry. So I've told you what you're going to be taught, but how are you going to be taught these different topics? So you're going to be taught through a variety of different methods. So one of the things that we do quite a lot of is group work. It's really important that you learn to work with your peers to come up with a final product. So we do group work at all stages of the degree. You'll be on placements. We have our embedded placements within the course where you go out to local pharmaceutical companies and do some work shadowing. We then in final year have that work-based learning module, which is a 2 semesters worth of placement opportunity. There will be a variety of assessments and that will include things like coursework and exams. You'll also, as I said, be able to undertake a research project where you can work on a topic for an increased period of time sort of to get an in-depth knowledge of that topic. We do have our traditional lectures, which we are now all back on campus. We also do use online learning and blended learning, which is a combination of online and in-person teaching. And we've always done that even before the pandemic. And because it's a science course, we do have a lot of practical classes where you get hands-on experience in the lab of doing practical classes and using different types of techniques and different types of instrumentation. And we support all of this with our tutorials, and those tutorials will happen throughout the course. So there's a lot to do, there's a lot to learn. It can maybe seem like a daunting prospect for a student, but how will we support you? And we will support you in a variety of ways through your 4-year journey. So when you start with us, you will be given a studies advisor who is a member of academic staff who will be your advisor for the duration of your stay with us. And they are there as your first point of contact. If you have any academic issues, if you have any personal issues, you can go to them and they can help point you in the right direction. But it's so that you know that you're never on your own. There is a member of academic staff who's always there to support you. We also provide student buddies to our first year students, and our buddies are students in 2nd, 3rd or 4th year who have volunteered to be a buddy for a first year student. And it's really just a point of contact so that when you come in as a new student, again, you're not sort of feeling lost, maybe unsure of how to get around the campus, what's required in lectures and classes, etc. You've got that student buddy that you can ask questions of. We also have an open door policy, which means that you don't have to make an appointment with staff members 2-3 weeks in advance in order to speak to them. Literally go knock on the door, and if they're in and if they're free, we'll try and chat to you at the time. So again, we want our students to know that they're being fully supported. We also have small class sizes, which is great to get that sort of collegiate feel for our students. Our students all know each other. They all tend to go for lunch together, and when they're working in groups, they sort of develop a really close bond. And I think because of the small class sizes, it just makes it a little bit easier. We also have fantastic library resources at Coleraine. The library is there obviously for borrowing books, but all of our online resources are provided through the library. There's also meeting rooms in the library that students can hire out. So the library is a fantastic resource that all of our students do use. We also have career sessions built into our degree because we don't just want to teach you about pharmaceutical bioscience. We want you to come out at the end of the degree getting a job, being employable. And so we help you with these career sessions to build a CV. We help you to prepare for interviews, and there's always a member of the career staff there on site to help you. I had mentioned previously that you get the chance to do a research project in the 3rd year. That research project or dissertation, you will have a supervisor, a dedicated supervisor for that. So whilst you're in the lab developing your independent laboratory skills, you will always have a supervisor there who you can ask questions of. Again, you are fully supported the whole time. And then we also have a wide range of student support services available, including our student wellbeing advisors. So what sort of real world experience are you going to get on this degree? So obviously you get your lectures, you have practical classes, but what real world experience is there? Well, our real world experience comes from our final year work-based learning module. And we're really lucky in Northern Ireland that we have a range of world-leading pharmaceutical industries with whom our students have undertaken their work-based learning module. So far, we have had students who have done their work-based learning module at Almac and Randox, and the majority have secured full-time employment with those companies at the end of their studies. So the companies have been so impressed by the student on that work-based learning module that they've offered them a full-time job at the end of their studies. If you think maybe the pharmaceutical industry is not what you want to get into when you finished your degree, you're maybe thinking about research and maybe doing some postgraduate studies, for example, a PhD. You can opt to do your work-based learning module within the university, within our research labs, and that can give you a real insight into research in the pharmaceutical sector. We also have a number of industry speakers who come to speak to our students. So as I said, we have a lot of local industry and we have speakers from Teva, Norbrook, Almac, Randox and Nickerbrand who come and talk to our students, talking to them about what each of those industries does and the types of graduates that they're looking for. So our pharmaceutical bioscience graduates are in high demand for their technical and their professional skills. So what are those skills that the employers want? Well, they want you to have a recognised qualification, and they also want you to have the relevant practical experience. And this pharmaceutical bioscience degree was developed with all of those local industries in mind and in collaboration. They told us what they wanted from our graduates, and we have designed our degree around that. So they know that you'll be getting a recognised qualification from Ulster University and you'll be getting the proper practical experience that they will require. They also want you to have the ability to solve practical problems by applying mathematical, scientific and creative skills, and you will be enhancing all of those skills throughout your time on this degree. They also want you to have the ability to project manage and to work in teams. And we do a lot of team working within our degree, and then also your project management, for example, with your research project, there's a lot of management in there. And they want you to be able to articulate and communicate your ideas. And we will enhance your communication skills through your course of the degree. So what are the future careers in pharmaceutical bioscience? Well, our graduates are in demand and they have gone into a variety of different areas of pharmaceutical bioscience. Some have gone into drug discovery, others into research and development. Other areas you can work in are quality assurance and quality control, and we have graduates in Almac working in those areas. You can also go into clinical trials, into diagnostics, drug production and manufacturing, and even further studies. So if you decide you want to do a PhD and to get a doctorate in your particular field, you can do that with your MSci in pharmaceutical bioscience. So in these next couple of slides, I just have some comments from a couple of our recent graduates. And on this first example, here we have Owen, who is an MSci graduate from last year. He graduated last summer. As you can see, he's been working in the lab in the height of the pandemic. So we have been very lucky that we were able to work in the lab with all of our health and safety. So Owen loved science throughout school, and that really sparked his interest in the development of medicines in the pharmaceutical industry. And he joined the course through doing A-levels, because there are a variety of different routes through which you can join our course. The things he found most enjoyable were the practical classes and the research project, as this allowed you to have hands-on experience and to learn several scientific techniques. There's even a project in third year where you get to make your own paracetamol suspension, and I know he really enjoyed that work. Owen found that the lectures were all very friendly and very helpful, and will always take the time to answer any questions or help with any problems that you have. And Owen completed his placement with that work-based learning module on campus, and that developed his interest in research, and it allowed him to learn many new pharmaceutical techniques. And after completing his MSci, he got a full-time job in Almac. Another one of our graduates is Jessica. Jessica graduated last summer also. Jessica's slightly different in the fact that she's an international student. She came from Canada, so she applied with her Canadian grade 12 qualifications, which are sort of the equivalent of A-levels. And the course really interested her because it was a combination of chemistry and biology, and also she was able to get a master's within 4 years, whereas it would take a lot longer in her home country. She wanted to do the Pharmaceutical Bioscience degree because there's a lot of job opportunities in this growing industry. So she could work in the pharmaceutical industry, diagnostics, or life and health sciences. And also the degree is very transferable between countries. And she also liked there was an opportunity for practical experience in a wide variety of techniques and settings. And she liked the on-site placements in our pharmaceutical companies. She liked the teamwork and the group problem-solving experience because that prepared you for life in the workplace. And also having a one-on-one studies advisor meant that she was able to have academic support at any time. And Jess completed her placement at Randox Laboratories, and then after graduating last summer, she got a full-time job in Almac. So this slide is just a bit of an overview of our MSci Pharmaceutical Bioscience. So it's going to prepare, this degree is going to prepare you for the pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical industry. You will learn how to prepare pharmaceutical ingredients and to formulate medicines, to understand the effects of drugs and therapeutics, and to have an understanding of the bioscience and drug industry. We'll teach you using lectures, lab-based learnings, placements, and you'll be assessed on reports, projects, and you'll also be doing case studies and presentations and exams. For our real-world experience, we have our integrated placements throughout the course, and also in final year we have that 24-week long work-based learning module. And there are a number of different career opportunities within the pharmaceutical industry, so pharmaceutical scientist, an analytical scientist, an academic researcher, a biopharmaceutical scientist, and research and development. And our graduates are in high demand by employers such as Almac, Norbrook, Teva, and Nicobrand. Up on the right there, we have our UCAS code 9GOW when you're applying. And if you click on the QR code, that'll take you straight to our Pharmaceutical Bioscience site on the Ulster website. Just to make you aware that our courses are continually reviewed to take advantage of new teaching approaches and developments in research, industry, and the professions. So please be aware that the modules might change for your year of entry. The exact modules available and their order may vary depending on the course updates, staff availability, timetabling, and student demand. And if you want to contact us for the most up-to-date module list, we can let you have that. So the entry requirements, these are published on our website. We have hopefully covered most different entry requirements, but if you want information on equivalencies and even any questions about specific circumstances, then if you email admissions@ulster.ac.uk. And the last thing for me to say is, if you're interested in the course, please go ahead and apply now on ucas.com. And hopefully we'll see you in the near future at Ulster University.